3 years here, I've been telling you guys about the red zones, the details in the game, what I'm looking for as a coach. Well, I got a couple of examples. The generation I coach today, it's you want to re-emphasize the good stuff that they do every game. And that's one example. We want our D to be aggressive there, but they need to give an exit to our goalie there. We do have low support. You come out of zone. My philosophy, and as a staff, our philosophy, we don't want to spend time in our zone. Quicker you exit, quicker you kill the play, quicker you retrieve that puck, you will have more energy to create offense. And in this case, we won that wall battle, and we're out of zone. Another example here, we want our D to be aggressive, we hold that blue line. In this case, our weak side D will go and retrieve that puck. I like what he's trying to do, pick for his partner. These are little, again, details in the game. It's one thing to talk about breakouts and we know our routes and everything, but if you can give your partner a little bit more time and get in his way, we'll get out of that zone a little bit quicker. Another thing for me, like, you know, we kill it, like right now we're zone coverage. He's climbing with that puck there, he's under pressure, it's time for our strong side forward to kill the player. But the biggest guy in this picture, it's Marody here, Cooper. I call this guy my security guy. If there's a breakdown, those two guys get beat, they have to go through the middle of the ice to score. That's just the way the game is. So I can't have him cheat, I can't have him vacate, he's got to hold a security spot there. And because we do it right again, we're battling, we're in the red zones, we want to win those battles there, we do. It's the offensive red zones. Right now, that D's got a bad gap. His read is, can I make a play? Bad gap? Yes, you can make a play. Now I want the guys to make a play, which he does. He cuts through the middle of the ice. By cutting through the middle of the ice, he's got this option, he's got that option, and we're asking our D to jump up on the play quite a bit, which Grant sees dropping up, and he's creating offense. So by moving that puck quickly, they don't have time to get set there.
When you say good gap versus bad gap, can you describe what that looks like?
Well,
like effectively, is it stick length?
It's stick length. Like if well, I gotta get an example of good gap. This is a really bad gap.
Yes,
like
right.
There's so much room here.
He's not even in the shot.
He's not. That's it. Yeah. That's really bad. It's probably off a change there. There's some guys standing up. Who cares? At the end of the day, you have to be. And again, that's something we've been preaching. Like head on a swivel, get your information, and we scream at them in practice to do it, because if you do it in practice, guess what? Naturally, you're going to do it in game. Right. So it's annoying. I'm sure some of those guys are like, "Oh my God, Lappy, settle down." But at the end of the day, it's my job to those little details. Like they all have skills, but what makes the difference between being a good player at this level and have a chance to go to the next level? It's the little details in the game.
Would you say, generally speaking, you're more aggressive offensively this year?
Yeah, probably, because again, we're the guys we have, and again, like in my old school, I was going to say I'm an old school guy. Yes, I am. And again, I'm learning from it, and that's I'm coaching a new generation of kids, a new game. The game's changing. Like the way when I played, I didn't have these jumping up all the time. Now that's all it is. Like teams are so structurally sound that you need to create something that's going to bring some chaos to the game, to the offense. And I feel like personally as a head coach, I'm better in that regard. I'm not as old school and say, no, D, don't stay back or anything. I'm encouraging everybody to jump up, but I'm always the guy who's like, well, who's going to take his spot if he's going up there? And it's something, again, like I told you before, I've learned from my mistakes and I try to be better. Again, that's a D there. He's aggressive. He recognizes that it's a bouncing puck. That's Samson there. Instead of sitting back there with his partner, he recognized that we won that. And by doing that, they're not set up. So, awful gap. Yeah, we agree. What does he do? I'll wait because he was offside, but he makes a play. Yeah. Now, good gap. This is a good gap. He recognizes it's a 2-on-3. Yeah. They're outnumbering us. Good gap. What does he do? Play behind him. Love this clip. There's so much good stuff on that clip. You'll see. Support. Great support. We like bad angle shots. Why? Because it creates chaos. It doesn't matter if they're a zone coverage team or a man-on-man team. When you put pucks on nets, they have to figure out their assignment. So by doing that, it's a bad angle shot. Look, he doesn't know where that puck is. He's looking. Okay, now he knows. Now we're asking our weak side D to be very aggressive. He is. He recognizes that. He takes his spot. When you're one-on-one battles, good support. Use the yellow to relieve some pressure. Look at him. He knows he's going to take his spot because he knows that weak side D is on his way. So he's reloading, coming back to his spot there. Now we go low to high. We do have that's stuff we work on. D slide there. get guys going to the net, pass it to his partner, presenting his stick, backdoor play, presenting his stick, and it's in the back of their net. That's all started with managing the puck properly in the red zone.
How many clips do you
Too many.
typically break down from a single game?
Too many.
Too many.
Too many. And Snowy's worse. I told him, I'm like, you gotta chill, buddy.
When you played, was there anywhere near this amount of detail
No
and
way.
structure and
No way. Like, I don't think so. Again, my memory's not the best, but I don't remember like talking system like I'm talking now. I wish I coached before I played. I would have been a better player. But it's good to have the information for me, but it's my job to manage how much I give the players. You were talking about neutral zone. We're 1-2-2. It's no secret. Well, it's more like a 1.5. Like in this case, his job, F1, is to dictate one side. That's what he's doing. He's doing a hell of a job. And when they do pick a side, he's got to help out with those long plays. And we're 1.5 because when this guy started climbing, I want our F2 to come down. What is good? This is great details.
Yeah.
And that's two young guys. That's Samu and that's Jose.
because now that pass can't come
Well,
back to the
it
near
can,
stick.
but it should be a harder pass than if you don't have any sticks.
Okay.
So if they do make that long play, our weak side, he's responsible to go. At the end of the day, our D are responsible for the flanks, and our forwards are responsible for the middle of the ice. So our job is to simplify everything. It's black on white structurally when we don't have the puck. When we retrieve that puck, I'll give you some options, but you have to play high.